My luck, he's a great fella, a bit like Blake has been busy this season. He's had 6 runs, but look at the condition he's holding underneath the number cloth. He doesn't look like a horse that's been as busy as he has. He was a good winner at Ferryhouse. You look at him, fresh as paint. He's a right hardy individual, Cocktail Brute. Looks a picture, and if that's a guy, I know I'd be happy with that. Seeing a horse that's been as busy as he is, to be as fresh and well as he is in the paddock.
That's it. We are racing for the PRL Champion Novice Hurdle Grade 1 contest over 2 miles, won by Aranci for Mark Walsh last year. He won the previous year as well on Mystical Power, but they race towards flight number 1. And it's Eachtotheirown who's going to go forward. And Eachtotheirown just snatched at flight number 1, but comes away with a 3-length advantage. Free Spirit is going to slot in second, and then on the near side is Cocktail Brute. Then towards the far side is El Cairo. Skylight Hustle is right down the inside as the Elliott train runners keep company in 3, 4 and 5. Too bossy for us now. The mount of Paul Townend is just in front of Blake and Donna Myler, and last of all is Labo, the mount of John Gleeson. The race now on their way up the hill to go towards flight number 2, and out front it is Eachtotheirown who has made his way out over flight number 2. He's going forward. He's not quite keen, but he's happy to go forward.
Yeah, he was clocking 30-31 miles an hour up to the second hurdle. He steadied a bit now in the climb to the top of the hill here to 27 miles an hour. The one at the back, Labo, he's probably finding the pace pretty quick for him. He was a bit sticky at the second and needs to get into a better rhythm here going to the third.
Racing now to the top of the track, flight number 3, Eachtotheirown is going to jump it in front from Free Spirit. El Kairos is down the inside of Cocktail Brute, and they're chased by Blake, who's next. Down the inside behind Blake is Skylight Hustle, further back to Too Bossy for us, and Labo is last of all as they continue on the descent right down towards flight number 4, down alongside the ditch, which we'll see later on. And Eachtotheirown takes them along. You'll always see the pace quicken down that hill. Free Spirit is in a clear second. Towards the outside in the Punchestown Silks, that's Danny Gilligan on Cocktail Brute. Towards the inside is El Kairos, the mount, the choice of Jack Kennedy. Then the returning Sam Ewing and Skylight Hustle. Just in behind them goes Blake. Donna Myler, Too Bossy for Paul Townend, and Labo, John Gleeson as they red niced towards the turn, bringing them along the back straight, extending the advantage as Eachtotheirown from Free Spirit, who is within 3 to 4 lengths now. Break to El Kairos on the inside. On the outside, Cocktail Brute. Just behind them is Skylight Hustle. Blake is next, and Labo just nudging Too Bossy for us to be last of the group as they go now towards the first of 3 flights along the back straight. It can change to 2, but we've 3 today, and it is Eachtotheirown who's going to rise to the first of them in front, from Free Spirit in second, El Kairos and Cocktail Brute 3 and 4. Skylight Hustle is about a half a length in front of Blake, another length and a half or 2 to Labo, and last of all is Too Bossy for us. This is the middle one along the back straight. Eachtotheirown, Free Spirit, El Kairos, awkward at that one. Skylight Hustle lost a length to Blake on his outside as they continue now towards the final one along the back straight, and it is still Eachtotheirown from Free Spirit. Similar break back to the third, El Kairos. Big jump there by the leader, had to use a bit of energy for that one, but it's Eachtotheirown taking them along. Where's the danger, Ruby?
El Kairos travels well, so too does Free Spirit. Labo, even though he's last in the yellow cap, has come on the bridle and is travelling a little bit better. It's hard to know, Richard. They've got to breach a gap to the horse in front, who kept going really well in a handicap hurdle at Thurles in the early in the winter.
Eachtotheirown leads them out of the back straight and down along the side of the track towards the second last from Free Spirit and El Kairos. Cocktail Brute just being asked for an effort. Blake is moving up on the outside of Skylight Hustle. Too Bossy for us, Labo, although the back marker, the ones in front of him, just drawing him closer to that front horse, Eachtotheirown, who still leads them along from El Kairos on the inside of Free Spirit, Cocktail Brute, Skylight Hustle, and then on the near side Blake just in behind them. On the inside Labo, Too Bossy for us has come under pressure. They begin the turn towards home now, and Eachtotheirown with El Kairos, the one that's going to try and go after him. They've quickly opened up to Free Spirit, Skylight Hustle, Cocktail Brute, Labo and Blake, and Eachtotheirown not for stopping just yet. El Kairos is trying to wear him down on the near side. They've gone away from Skylight Hustle, who's trying to best the rest. Labo is staying on, Blake is staying on, but Eachtotheirown is picking up again. El Kairos has now come under pressure in second, and Eachtotheirown is really picking up. El Kairos has a real battle on hand. Labo and Blake are trying to close in on him, and Eachtotheirown is widening the gap, you'd see, as they go to the last. Eachtotheirown to the final flight, comes to it, over in front. El Kairos, Labo and Blake, are they in a battle for 2, 3 and 4, because Eachtotheirown jumped out smartly. He went clear, he hasn't seen a rival, and unless Blake can close the gap in a manner of strides, he won't see a rival either. Eachtotheirown has won the first grade 1 of the Punchestown Festival. Barry Connell's team is on form. Sean Flanagan's your winner. Back in second is Blake. Labo is third. Then El Kairos course, Cocktail Brute is next, and then two bossy for us, Skylight Hustle and Free Spirit. And when you see the front ones at the back, but the front one that made the running winning it, it's a good performance.
A very good performance, Richard, but we were talking about the speed he was clocking along the way. Sean Flanagan has absolutely nailed this, and he's gone to the hurdle by the stands, but the unlucky one was Labo. He clipped heels away from the second last hurdle and was almost on the ground when John Gleeson ran into a pocket. It was the horse in front of him came back in after the hurdle. Watch him here on the inside. Cocktail Brute goes in, Kairos switches out and he clips heels. That is a big to overcome that and get as close as he done. He's a very good horse, that Labo. But the horse in front, each to their own, jumped like a buck, so he did, and always had them on the stretch. Kairos, I don't know, Barry was raising the question marks about him beforehand, and so was I. He's flattered to deceive. He had to deliver. Unfortunately, he wasn't quite able to. Blake has run on well under Dunamilder in the yellow sleeves on the right of your shot to go and catch second, but each to their own. He's long and low at the last, and you're thinking for a second, oh, is he going to get there? But he does, and he kept going well from there home, didn't he?
And he took a long time to pull up. It was quite notable how long past the line he was. He was bred by M&J Barry. He is owned by Tim O'Driscoll and Barry Connell, the son of Westerner. He was sold at the Arkle sale to Sam Curling from Kilmoney Cottage for 48,000. He's a good winner, and he is with Sean Flanagan's with Katie. He'd love to meet her again later on.
Sean, well done. That was a really good performance.
Yeah, look at he doesn't give himself much of a chance. Very forward, very keen. But a big shout to Barry and Gar and Rog and everyone back in Barry's, they've put a lot of work into this lad. And first time hood today, he wore a hood to the start at Cheltenham and took it off the start, and the minute I pulled the hood off at the start at Cheltenham, they just like plugging him in. He just lit up and he ran his race then. But he did learn a lot on the day, and I suppose I've ridden him with that in mind, try to teach him as much as possible. His horse is partially owned by a very, very good friend of mine, and I'm absolutely delighted to have ridden a good winner for him. He's massive for the game, and he wouldn't have loads of horses, but his horse is everywhere and anywhere, and Tim is just brilliant and delighted.
Tim has been absolutely great, and he's a huge racing fan as well and a great supporter of it, as you've said. But this horse is even still on the bridle, isn't he? He's a forward going kind of a fella. All he wants to do is go forward, and he is the son of Westerner, so he didn't lick it off the ground.
No, look at himself and William Mully now, they look alike. But to be fair, we always said whatever he done, to look at him like he's gorgeous, big strapping, good looking horse, jumps fantastically. He did jump a bit left today for whatever reason, but he won't be really a horse until he goes jumping the fence. I've gone a nice gallop, jumped a bit left, and I thought I'd stretch him, but when I did, the back of the second last, I kind of looked up and said, bloody hell, I've gone on the stretch a bit early. But he did gallop all the way to the line. I'm delighted.
And I'd say Trip, he's gone up. I'd imagine Trip won't be a problem to him to up it again. He's got a great cruising speed.
No, he's got a massive cruising speed. I suppose whenever he does settle, you could step away up and Trip, but making the run is not a negative to him, because he's actually a little bit leery in front and very keen in behind, so he's one of those awkward ones, you don't know where to put him, but look at his work today, and it's just a good start to the week.
That's a great start, and it could be a very big day ahead of you. You must be absolutely pumped for Marine National.
Yeah, look, it's his ground. The ground is beautiful. Obviously, this has won, so the horses are in good order, and fingers crossed.
Sean, I'll let you go. Well done, and best of luck later.
Thanks, Kay.
An all-the-way win for Each to Their Own in the 2-mile PRL Champion Novices Hurdle. He's not a simple ride, Barry, but he had an experienced man on his back. And to be fair to his trainer, Barry Connell, to send him to the Supreme, he obviously saw a lot of potential there, and he delivered today.
He did. It was a big performance, and especially after disappointing in the Supreme, but the HUD made a big difference. Sean was able to dictate a nice pace. He wasn't getting hassled on the front, and as he said, the horse was having a look around him, which was helping him settle too. So it was a solid performance. Labo was probably the unlucky horse of the race, but give credit to the winner. The winner answered every call. He jumped, he galloped, he stayed.
He got it easy, didn't he?
Well, he made it easy.
He went fast enough to get it easy.
Kairos tried to follow him, and he was first to wave the white flag. Blake ran on, as he does do, has a tendency to fill the runner-up spot. As I said, Labo was probably unlucky, but give credit to the winner. Ruby mentioned in commentary, he's long and low at the last, he's all out, but yet he galloped away. And Jane, you mentioned he took a while to pull him up too.
Yeah, we will get a closer look at the interference that was suffered after the second last, but we'll give the winner his credit. He's coming back in here. He's